Hey guys!
Hey, welcome back to our channel, ENT Eats. I'm Ebony.
I'm Timaira.
Hi guys!
So the sun is in our eyes for a little bit, but it'll go down.
We're at the park!
Yes, we are.
Yay! There's a lot of people out here. There's like a baseball game. So we're sitting in front of the park, watching the children play. Bunch of creeps we look like, but you know.
And we're about to eat a ton of pizza. Well, technically we're not creeps because my little god baby's out there. So like we're here for a legit reason. He's just roaming around and we're about to film our video and we can still see him. So we're not being neglecting or anything.
So we have Pizza Bowley's Pizza.
And Pizza Hut.
So we're just gonna compare them. This one is just a plain cheese pizza. And then this one is, the Pizza Hut one is pepperoni.
Yes.
With half onions.
Because I like onions. And we also have the garlic sauce because we needed the full experience.
Yeah.
Ooh,
full experience.
Full experience. Oh,
garlic
this is about to be all up in the way.
Can you see it? You can't, I don't, oh, wait, you were about to see it. Garlic.
Here we
I
go.
don't know if you can
Garlic.
see it. But anywho, anyway.
Garlic. Oh, yeah. Kind of weird.
Wait.
Oh.
Ah! We're having some mild difficulties here.
Here we go.
Okay. So.
All right.
Oh, and we also have some questions while we eat. You know how we do.
You know how we do. Question time.
Okay.
Let me show y'all this pizza. It smells so good. I also haven't eaten since 10 o'clock today. Here's my pizza. Look at that. Like, yes,
well,
God.
since you're trying pepperoni, we should both try pepperoni.
Yes.
I need my garlic. Hold on.
Lord bless the food that we're about to receive. Let it be for the nourishment of our body. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, y'all.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, these garlic sauces look so much different.
Yeah, they do. Yours is like
Pepperoni.
light skin. And mine is like thick and creamy. I'm going to fold my pizza. It's better to dip that way. Yes.
This pizza is so good.
Shout out to Pizza Hut.
I really liked Pizza Hut from when I was like very, very little. My school used to do like this rating thing, and that I don't remember if it was if you read like a certain amount of books in the quarter, then they give you like a coupon for a free personal pan pizza. I would make sure I would read.
But I remember the little pan pizzas. Like if my mom had a late night, and my school used to do that too. But if we had like a late night or whatever, my mom would be like, all right, get your little personal pan pizza. And my after school program would give out the little coupons. Like if you had a stellar week or whatever, they would give you a coupon to pizza.
The crust is good. Okay. Let's get into the questions. Tell me 3 best things about you.
I'm funny. Like, hello. I have nice hair. Oh, you can't see it right now, but I know you've seen it in the past videos. I have this like reddish brown hair. It's pretty cool. It's tight, tight, tight. Cool, cool, cool.
I love her hair. Okay, first of all, this garlic sauce is like spicy.
Is it? Ooh, I probably like that one. This one is not, but it's really good. And then my third thing, I don't know. I'm tall. I'm 5'10". That's a good part about me. What about you, best friend?
My teeth. I think I have really pretty teeth. I'll count teeth / smile. I love my teeth, and because I like teeth, I like my smile. I think the thing that I like about me is that I'm short. I'm only 4'11" and a half. Yes, I claim my half. And I think I'm super nice. I think I have a really big heart. So, those are the 3 best things about me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how strict or were your parents?
You know, I think my mom is probably an 8. I mean, I remember my mom yelled at me one time because I forgot to bring home my homework book from elementary school. In elementary school, y'all. Why do I have to remember to bring home some homework? What about you? How strict was Mama Green?
You know, she gave us a good medium. Like, she was like she was tight, like she wanted it tight and right, but she also gave us room for like messing up. Like she just knew that we were kids and like we were gonna make mistakes. So she was pretty in the middle. Yeah, pretty in the middle.
Oh, I have water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who was your worst teacher and why?
My worst teacher?
Yep, I'm gonna try pizza bowlies now. Yep, worst.
My math teacher, freshman year of high school.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was terrible. Like Miss Carolyn, I think was her name. Her name was Miss Carolyn. Look at that pizza. She was like a real cunt bucket. And like my friend had just had a baby and like we were really concerned about her and her mom was kind of crappy and my teacher was like, if you can't get it together, like you're not gonna pass this class. Like I don't care what you have going on at home. And I was like, no girl, like you're not being considerate.
I'm thirsty.
That's Zach.
That's Zach.
Telling me he's thirsty.
Can I have a pizza?
Yeah, come get in the car. You want some pizza? Zach's gonna have some pizza. He's a messy
It's
eater.
hot as I don't know what. Can I roll down this window?
Yeah.
I can't roll down the window.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're having a lot of. This is just us. We can't even say that like we're sorry.
Yes, okay.
I'm not
too
sorry.
loud. Okay, so my worst teacher was second grade. See, I don't want to call out her name, but
Do it. I hope she see this too. Miss Carolyn, you suck.
Miss Munchell.
Yes, Miss Munchell.
She was just really mean. She's my second grade teacher. I just did not like her at all. Like, I don't know what it was about her that I didn't really like. I just didn't like her.
Was she rude?
I think the thing was that I think, and this could be wrong, but I think she was surprised at how smart I was. And she's like one of those people who are like, oh my goodness, you're smart for a black person.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what her issue was. And I was like, no.
I'm smart because I'm a smart person.
Yeah, like I was really good at all of the math and spelling tests that they had. And I think that like kind of shocked her a little bit. See, the sun is already going down. So yeah, that's what, I don't know. There was just, no, I didn't like you. Favorite.
Who was your favorite teacher and why?
Okay, my favorite teacher,
Can I have another pizza?
Eat the crust.
I have a lot of favorite teachers because, like, I had favorite teachers because they,
That's weather.
This is our most dysfunctional video. We're sorry.
yeah,
That's weather.
that, like, helped me as a person. And then I had, like, favorite teacher that was, like, just because she was a good teacher. So, my third grade teacher, Miss Eubanks, she was amazing. I loved her. She was really cool. Hi, Zach. Say hi.
Hi.
She was just amazing, and I think she really cared that you learned something in her class. That's why I really liked her. But then I had a social studies teacher in middle school. Honestly, I can't remember her name, but she cared for you as a person, like, as, you know, like how you were doing, and like, she just really cared about, you know, your home life, and I really appreciated that too. So.
I had two teachers that I will say were like my favorite. My first one was my first grade teacher, Miss Mason, and then she was my first exposure to another African American teacher. Like all my teachers up until that point had been white, and so she was like my first exposure to a black teacher, and she was great. Like she encouraged me to do better and be great and everything that I did, and she was just really supportive of like everything, because in that same year my cousin also died, so like it was just rough for me all the way around. And like she was great, you know, like she was like really understanding. And like when I came back to school, like I don't know how kids knew, but they knew. And, like, it was very rough to be, like, explaining why my cousin died. Because, like, I didn't even really understand why my cousin had died. I just knew that he died. And then, I will say in high school, and he wasn't my teacher, per se, but Coach Gray, he's a basketball coach, football coach at the school. He also runs the Black Student Union program. And without him, I literally wouldn't have met Ebony. I wouldn't have been exposed to HBCUs. So Coach Gray is like, if I could really give honors to anybody, I would give it to Coach Gray because he really exposed me to HBCU life and, like, looking at it from outside the box and, like, don't even have a box, basically. Like, you know, if there is a box, get outside the box and what can you do? Or if you're inside the box and you can't get out, what can you do inside the box to make it better for yourself? And so shout out to Coach Gray. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so thankful that, you know, like, you just took us all under your wing and you still do so selflessly for West High School. So thank you.
Oh, thanks. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why?
If I could change one thing about myself, I would say my temper. Like, you know, you can work on your weight, you can work on your attitude, but I would say my attitude, like, it sometimes is, like, trigger thin. And it's like, if you say something to make me upset sometimes, it's like, it doesn't matter what you said. Or if you say sorry right away, it's just like, nope, we're done. We're on 10. Yeah. And I'm fired up. And, you know, like, I know I shouldn't be like that. So, like, if I could change one thing, it would be my attitude. I'm gonna try this pizza, Bully's pizza.
Okay, wait, pause. Let's do a comparison of this pizza.
Yes.
And I think it's... Okay, I don't know if it's because this is cheese and the Pizza Hut is pepperoni, but I love the pepperoni over this cheese.
Yeah.
The cheese isn't as good as the pepperoni. I think, at least. But, you know.
You know, I will say...
it's the garlic sauce.
Yeah, you do need to try the garlic sauce. Because I will say that with the garlic sauce, the cheese pizza does taste better to me.
Really?
Yeah, I think the cheese pizza tastes better to me with the garlic sauce from Pizza Hut. It's good.
Hold on. I'll take this cheese.
Hey, look at this cheese sauce. Ooh, I just dropped it.
Okay, first of all,
There's
I can
such
tell
a
you that
white
this
piece.
garlic...
I have to wipe my hands.
Yes, one moment. Have a seat.
This garlic sauce from Pizza Hut is better than the garlic sauce from... I have to put that there. Than Pizza Bullies. You have to try that, because that's gross. Anyway, going back to our questions. What was the question? I forgot. Oh, if I could change one thing about myself. I'm not going to be conceited or anything and say that I think I'm pretty good with, like, you know, I don't have a bad temper, I don't think. So if I was to change something about myself, it would probably be physical. So I think I would be skinnier. I think I could probably work on my weight. Only because I think, like, I just think I would work on my weight.
That's valid.
Yeah. Because I think I'm a pretty nice person. You know, I'm pretty forgiving, understanding. I'm nice. I don't have a temper. So I don't think there's anything that I would change in that sense about myself.
Sorry, I'm leaning back. I realized I don't have a
napkin.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Favorite toy growing up?
Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna lie, it's not really a toy. My favorite thing growing up to do was roller skate. I loved skating.
A toy.
I know, I didn't really play with toys though. Like, unless my mom tell me if I played with toys, but I don't ever remember myself going through like a toy phase. I specifically remember just always wanting to skate. I always wanted to like go outside and put on my roller skates, even though it was like terrible. And we lived on a hill, Sunfish Court, and our house was on a hill. And my dumb self would just always... Bye. My dumb self would always put on the skates at the top of the hill and expect myself to like be able to stop at the bottom. And it just didn't work for like the first 4 or 5 years that I skated. Well, not even 4 or 5 years, but maybe like the first year or two. Then I got some bigger skates. So like I don't know about toys. I'd have to ask my mom.
Favorite toy was definitely Bratz dolls and Barbies. I love to play with dolls, y'all. And I think it was only because I loved family life, you know. Huh?
Is this mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
These two are mine. Sorry, they're all over the place. Yeah. I loved family life. So to be able to recreate family life, I think that was just amazing. Yeah.
Which is why we like The Sims.
Yes, love The Sims because you could just create a whole new life. You know, like if you're having a bad day, create a really good one on The Sims. I don't know.
Get a fine husband.
Exactly.
Have some great kids.
Successful, have some money.
Right?
Have a perfect house. Name one celebrity you think is lame.
I'm gonna get some backlash for this, but Taylor Swift, I think she's pretty lame.
I think one celebrity I think is lame. Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing?
I just don't like you. Oh no, his swing is gone. So yeah, Kanye, I don't like you.
Negative.
Yeah. The most beautiful place you've ever been.
The most beautiful place I've ever been.
Yep.
I don't even know. Like, I like country life. So I would say right now, like, the most beautiful place I've ever been was to my grandparents' farm. And I got to go out there and, like, see how they lived. And even though the house was gone, like, I got to see all the land that they have. And the street is named after them.
Where's the farm?
In Muscadie, Wisconsin.
Oh.
I almost said Muskota because we always joke with this guy, Gary Conolti. He's a weatherman. And he always says Muskota. And it, like, bothered me. So it almost bothered me to say that. So, yeah. So I got to go out to the farm and see it. And it was just great. That's probably the most beautiful place I've ever been. And I've been to some great places. I've been to Florida. You know, I've done the whole 9 yards. But that farm is like,
Yeah.
take a nap out there.
The most beautiful place I've ever been is definitely Hawaii.
True.
And I've been to the Bahamas too, but I love Hawaii. I love all of the palm trees and the coconuts and the cocoa. I don't know. It's like a different air out there too, so I love it. Definitely Hawaii.
Hawaii.
3 favorite movies.
Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 2. In which this person right here will never watch with me. We've been friends since 2012 and she literally has never watched Bad Boys 2 with me. It makes me hurt.
And it's so funny, y'all, because, okay. We met at Morgan.
Go Bears.
And when we met at Morgan and we moved into the dorms, my mom let us, me and my sister both, take some movies. Just if we ever wanted to watch a movie, you know, if it was a snowing day or whatever. One of the movies my mom gave me to bring or to watch was Bad Boys 2. So every time, Timaira came over my dorm.
Every day, all day.
And I said, do you want to watch a movie? She was like, yeah, sure. I said, well, what movie? Bad Boys 2. I refused. First of all, I never even saw the first one. So how could my mom send me a second movie and I haven't even seen the first one? So I didn't want to see it.
Because the second one is way better than the first one. The first one sucks. That's why.
Yeah, so I've never seen it, and every time she asks, I'm just like, no. The other night, my mom and I were going to see it, though. We really were.
We should have. Second movie, A Bronx Tale.
Never heard of it.
Like, oh, ooh, love it. Love A Bronx Tale. Third favorite movie. I don't think I really have one. A third one. Okay, I'm lying. Black Panther. Hands down. Black Panther. I forgot all about Black Panther for a moment. Black Panther was amazing. Like, Wakanda forever. Okay?
My 3 favorite movies. Matilda. Have y'all ever seen that movie? I love Matilda. Second favorite movie, The Lion King. Like, I'm obsessed with
No.
The Lion King. I've seen it on Broadway like 4 times. What is wrong with you?
The way you feel about Bad Boys 2 is the way I feel about The Lion King.
We can no longer be friends. We need to stop this video because we can no longer be friends, okay?
The Lion King is all drawn out and sad.
But it has such a good story. Like, ugh, I'm so mad right now. I love The Lion King. And then my third favorite movie is definitely Batman the Dark Knight.
Mm.
He's my favorite superhero, by the way. I love him. And I love Christian Bale Batman. He's my favorite.
Well, the only Joker we acknowledge is Heath Ledger.
Yes, true.
Sorry, Jared Leto.
I like him too, but
I wasn't a fan of his performance in Suicide Squad at all.
I wasn't a big fan of that movie.
Bitch, Harley Quinn is in there. How dare you?
I'm allowed to cuss on you too. We'll bleep that out.
Believe? I'm disappointed. Don't be trying to roll over that.
No. Not. It just. I don't think. I'm sorry. The people in the movie couldn't act, and it was just stupid.
That's true. I think that's actually the worst acting job I've ever seen from Will Smith.
Yeah, that was awful. Awful. Right age to get married. What do you think it is?
You know, I don't think there is a right age. I got married so young. I got married at 20. But I can't say that getting married at 18 would have been wrong or not right. I think it depends on what age you're mature enough to do it and really understand what marriage entails. Because now that I'm married, there's so many things that I think people skip over. You know, like there's so many things that people think marriage is and it isn't, or things, you know, that people think marriage is not and it is. And it's like, it's the good, bad, and the ugly, and the dirty, and the trifling, and the sewer, and the heavens, and it's like all that mixed into one. And I think, especially with this younger generation that's coming in now, like they don't understand really what marriage is, and that's why we're gonna have a bunch of babies out of wedlock.
Yeah, I agree with Tamara. I don't think there's a right age to get married. I think as long as you could support yourself, I think that's a major thing, because I feel like a lot of people, like, I never want to get married and then God forbid it doesn't work out and now I'm all on my own and I don't know how to do stuff for myself. Like, I feel like if you're able to fully, if you were to get a divorce or break up, separate, whatever, as long as you're able to support yourself and depend on yourself, then I think that's fine. My mom always told me, you know, if you go on a date, make sure you have enough money to at least pay for your own meal and get a ride home if he turns out to be an idiot. You know, like, always be able to support yourself. So as long as you're able to do that, shoot, get married whenever.
Or call your best friend. The heck, call me if he's trifling, because I'm gonna have to hurt him.
Yes, she's done in the past. Okay, if you could time travel, where would you go?
I would go.
Like, I guess what time area would you go to?
I would go back to like the 1800s, Alexander Hamilton time. I'd hang out with Alexander Hamilton and I'd be one of his mistresses. I'm just warning y'all in advance that I would 100% be one of Alexander Hamilton's mistresses, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. Sorry, Eliza. I love you, boo. You were strong. Stay strong for the culture, but I'd have slept with Alexander Hamilton.
I can't deal with her.
What about you, best friend? Where would you go?
I think, okay, don't judge me, because I'm not really 100% sure of the actual time period. But I would go back to the time around Jesus was around, only because, okay, I am a Christian, and
I am a C.
I feel like if you were able to actually witness the miracles that he was able to perform, and then I think it would be a lot easier to convince other people to believe in the same faith. Because then you could actually say, oh, well, I was there.
Yeah.
I saw him turn
water into
water
wine.
into wine.
Yes, Jesus. Hallelujah.
You know, so I think, you know, I think I would definitely like to do that, you know, and ask questions. I think I have questions for God, you know, and so yeah, I would definitely go.
I changed my answer. That's a good answer. I would absolutely go back there. I want to see that. Like, and it's not even that I struggle in my own faith, because I'm a strong Christian, you know, like, we all make mistakes and stuff. But I would love to know firsthand, you know, like, I think it's different hearing people's interpretations of the Bible.
Yeah.
And like everybody says King James is the only Bible, you know, like whatever, that's the one way, the one truth, and the one life, or whatever nonsense. But, you know, like, who's to say? You know, who's to say that King James is 100% right? And who's to say that it isn't right? You know, it's like, I would want to know firsthand. I want to go up to Jesus and be like, yo, Jesus, what do you feel about sex out of wedlock? Or like, premarital sex? Or like, what do you feel about, you know, babies being born and out of wedlock? Or what do you feel about gay marriage? Or like, and it's like, I still would have my own opinion, like, regardless of what, you know, Jesus would tell me. Like, I would have to take that information and know that, okay, this being, you know, this man that I believe to be the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is telling me that this is either wrong or right, and I'm gonna have to adjust myself and adjust my faith to that. Not saying that I don't do that now, you know, like King James tells us certain things, but I'm also, you know, like, I don't want to call myself a skeptical, but I'm also like,
Yeah.
okay, it says it here, but it also says something else here. And so it's all about individual interpretation, I think, is what I've come to learn about the Bible. Is you can listen to a pastor all day, but there's also a lot of self-interpretation that you have to take, but you have to hold yourself accountable for that. So if I go and meet my maker and he's like, I'm just going to let you know that premarital sex is wrong, I'm gonna be like, my bad, Jesus, you're right. I hear you loud and clear now. You know, but you have to be accountable for those. So
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so if you could live in a TV home, what would it be?
if I could live in a TV, okay, this sounds weird, but I'd go live in the Proud family's house. I would. You wanna know why? Their house was always cracking, and stuff like broke, but it was never broke. You know, like the TV was trifling already, so it was like Sugar Mama put her foot through the TV. It's like, it's all good, and then the TV was fixed. So it's like,
Yeah.
I would go live in the Proud family house. What about you? Where would you go?
Full House.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, because Full House has so many different rooms, in the attic, in the basement, it had a backyard.
Right?
A big kitchen. But what I don't know is, did they have a TV? Have you ever noticed that? Where was their TV?
You're right. I don't think they had a TV, which is probably why they were so connected as a unit.
Yeah, that's
They were a very connected family, and it's probably because they ain't had no damn TV to watch.
There's this little girl who keeps staring at me. And I want to say, like, hello, can I help you with something? She was all staring.
This is our most ratchet video yet.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. But we've always said we're 100% us. So, like, all of these little quirks and stuff, like, even with Zach, like, Zach is part of my life. So, it's like, you know, for him to be rolling in here asking me questions, like, that's what we go through on the daily. And he loves Aunt Ebby. So, when we get out of this car, he's going to be like, Aunt Ebby, push me on the swing. And he's going to act like I'm chopped liver. So, it's all good.
Yeah. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookie dough. Cookie dough. I love cookie dough. It's amazing. Oh, gosh, yes.
Cookies and cream.
Which is why you like them cookies and cream pretzel sticks from the
Snack Crate video.
They were good, don't get me wrong, but I can't eat no cookies and cream ice cream.
Yeah, they were good. If you could live for a week in the past or live for a week in the future?
I would live for a week in the future. And I would specifically say, like, after I've grown up and I've had, like, my kids, I want to see how many kids I actually ended up having, and I want to see how many kids you ended up having. Like, we have this goal, right? And this is why we're part of the reason why we're, like, YouTube doing what we're doing is, like, we want to be able to live next door to each other. And Sierra, we want to live on this on this cul-de-sac. We want to raise our children together. We already realized that we're going to need a bus to bus our kids around. We want 5 kids. We already have, you know, Zach is in our lives heavy. We also have another godchild, Michael. And then, like, her 5 kids, and Sierra's probably 2 or 3. Like, Sierra's
not having no 2 or 3 kids. Sierra only want 1 or 2, y'all.
She might pop that thing for a real pimp a couple times more.
Joshua.
Yes, Josh. Hey, Josh. You know?
Hey, Josh.
So, like, you know, you never know with Sierra. She might be like, ooh, snap. Pop it one more time. And give us 5 kids herself. So we know we're going to need a bus. But I would want to go in the future and see, like, did I end up having all boys like I requested? Like, God, you already know my request, Lord.
Yeah. I think I would also live in the future, only because I feel like just lately this past year has been really hard for me. And I feel like I would want to live in the future. So it's like, some days I feel like, oh, where is this all leading to? You know what I feel like? If I could live in the future and realize that things are actually okay, then I would definitely live in the future. Just to see, you know, where I've where I've come from and then where it's gonna be. So I would definitely
I like that.
live in the future.
I actually almost had to get out of the car. I thought this little girl was bullying my godchild and I was gonna have to go punch her in the face. I don't play when it comes to Zach. Don't you touch my child. I will hurt you. Hi. Yes, we'll be getting out of the car in a moment. We sure will. Okay, last question.
If you could have dinner from anyone in history, who would it be? Okay, I already know her answer. She's gonna say Alexander Hamilton because she's obsessed.
I was Alexander Hamilton. That's also gonna be the same night I cheat. It's gonna be trifling for Eliza and Wenzel. I feel bad. I'm sorry, but being Alexander Hamilton, gonna have to get down. And I also need to know. I'm gonna purposely get pregnant. You wanna know why? I wanna know what Alexander Hamilton was. There's so much speculation out there about his race. I wanna know what he was. Like, were you half black? Were you Puerto Rican? What were you? Let me know.
Yeah, that's true. I would want to have dinner with Abe Lincoln, honestly.
Abe Lincoln?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, he freed the slaves, you know. Actually, I just really want to wear his hat.
Best friend! Not about no hat, though.
Yeah. No, I like Abe Lincoln, actually. I think he was a very genuine, truthful man.
I agree. I
would like to meet him and wear his hat.
You know, he had wooden teeth, though.
Wooden teeth?
Yeah, his teeth was wooden.
Well, that's just very interesting. Could you imagine? Would he have to... Wait, what? How could he chew his food? How would we be able to have dinner with wooden teeth?
He gonna be drinking
He'd
a
be getting
smoothie?
splinters.
He gonna be drinking a smoothie. He can't chew.
Don't hit him.
That's what I said. Don't hit him. All right.
Okay, well, you know, this video has just... This is us. On a day that's not as prepared as usual, you know, but we just figured, you know, we've been getting such great views and, you know, likes, and we were like, you know, we should put out another video for our viewers. So that's what we did. Again, what's your opinion on the pizza?
Okay,
If you could get it again, which one would you get?
I would get the Pizza Hut pizza with the same garlic sauce.
Yes, this garlic sauce was way better than Pizza Boy. This whole pizza was better. I vote for Pizza Hut as well.
So we had 16 slices of pizza.
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Zach ate 2. So we ate over half the pizza, and I'm very full.
I'm full too.
But it cured my headache because I hadn't eaten since 10 o'clock.
Yeah, me too. Oh, that girl fell. Anywho, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends and family.
Yes, like, laugh, and love with us. We love you guys. Thanks for being so supportive.
Follow us on all of our social media. It'll be down below in the description and at the end of the video.
Yes, now we're about to go outside and whip some of these kids.
Yep.
Bye.